Be advised, the opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good morning. You are watching the Business Portal, your gateway to business trends and opportunities. Hi, I'm Mary Beth Nave, and welcome again to The Workplace, where we show you how to make the most out of your profession and give you the latest career trends to stay ahead of the corporate game. Well, before we introduce today's episode, I'd like to, of course, give the floor to the Dean of Wellness, Miss Deanne Hernandez herself, to give you the health and wellness tip for the week. Dean?
Good morning, Mary Beth, and I'm proud to be here to share with you your wellness tip for the week at the workplace. Remember, we talked about, have you lost your kilig factor for your work? Okay. And there's a commercial going on now, what makes you wake up in the morning? But more than that, what makes you excited about life and living? And being an energy medicine practitioner, I'd like you all to try to find what energizes you. And this is the reason, Mary Beth, while we're naming our episode today as energizing yourself in the workplace.
Energizing yourself in the workplace, because a lot of those people who were with us for the past weeks are experiencing a lot of stress, and it's just January. So a lot of people did ask me, what are your tips? How can we energize ourselves despite the work trying to eat up our, wellness and health?
But there are two kinds of stresses as I teach Mastering Paradox, okay? There's eustress, which is the positive stress, which makes you exceed and do better. But that there is also the distress, the negative stress, which impairs your immune systems. And I'm very proud to have our guest today. She's my Reiki master. She is my psychic surgeon. She is one of our country's best exports to the world, because Russia asked her to spend time there to teach Reiki, Dorn, and all the wonderful things about alternative psychic intuitive medicine. So, Mary Beth,
ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce to you our guest for today, Dr. Maria Jocelyn Jo Bilasano. Dr. Jo, welcome
Good morning,
to the
Mary
Good
Beth.
Morning, and welcome to the
Good morning,
workplace.
Miss Deanne of Wellness. Thank you very much, and good morning to all your viewers.
All right, so question, how long have you been a Reiki master? You did mention that you are a Reiki master. What is a Reiki master?
Yeah, my first visit to Moscow was 1996, and I was with a Filipino spiritual healer, Virgilio Gutierrez. And one occasion, after 30 patients, I was very weak in one corner of the clinic, and my Russian partner told me, oh, you have very strong energy, but you don't know how to manage.
yes.
So, okay, I may help you. And then he connected me or attuned me to the Reiki energy. It was 1997.
1997.
Wow.
But Sister Jo or Dr. Jo, share with them, what does your Reiki master do in his day job?
Yes, what exactly?
So, with the connection, there was prayer, and I felt energy from heavens coming to me, and I felt so relaxed, and I felt my whole body. It was like an evolution of my energy sphere, and also in all levels of my being. I experienced more detox in my physical body, in my emotional body, in my mental body, and spiritual body. So with these 4 levels, I would be expounding later on how everyone can also access to this energy.
Well, Dr.
Jo, Dr. Jo, Dr. Jo.
her Reiki master
Right.
is the HP director, Hewlett Packard finance director of Russia.
Wow, of Russia.
Of Russia. But you know, let's talk about Dr. Jo some more for our audience to get to know her better. Since she was very young, she already had the gift to be able to communicate with the elves and the fairies. Dr. Joe, share with our audience, how did that come to be?
Yeah, okay. So we have this lineage of practice. I had two grandfathers and my mother, a healer. But we did not really accept this practice because our minds were attuned by the educational system to just entertain the left brain. So as I finished my college, I was thinking that they were just false practitioners. So I did not really pay attention to this gift. But after working or teaching in college for 10 years, and I was always feeling sick, a turn in my life happened, and one friend of mine told me, you know, you're always sick because you don't entertain the flow of energy that God gave you to extend this energy to people like your mother. Oh,
You're
really?
keeping it to yourself
Yes.
instead of healing other
Yeah.
people.
So it was like a congestion. So very
Okay, parang cough and cold.
A lot of people tend to not know about this flow of energy, right? I
Yes.
mean, we go about our daily work, and can you tell us more about what you mean by this flow of energy?
Yeah, so the moment I connected to this old healer, Virgilio Gutierrez, he told me, you are not sick. Oh, really? You're joking me? Over the phone, and he told me, you have very, very strong energy for healing. You must use it in order for you to be healed. Okay. Okay, come to my center. And in 3 months, I was there for teaching, Bible study, and so on. And after 3 months, he pat me on the back and said, okay, you are now a healer, and I will bring you to Moscow.
Of all places on the planet Earth, Moscow.
All expense paid.
Yes, and
Okay.
so I was doubting. I did not believe him, but I am very obedient. So, okay, prepare your passport. And in 96, I was in Moscow. And I started my energy work in Moscow. And it was my first reconnection to this energy. And the second is my Reiki master, Alexander Grigoriev, who attuned me to the Reiki energy.
Wonderful. See, this is the Russian-Philippine connection.
Right. No, so currently, you are a doctor. A doctor of what?
Now, I don't stop learning. Since the time I finished my academic courses for undergrad courses to masteral and Doctor of Cosmic Anthropology, but I also continue learning this energy. I want to know what is this energy. So I discovered that this energy is everywhere and it's the creation of God.
It's a universal energy.
And so I studied a lot of alternative medicine practices, and now I have this degree of Doctor of Science in Alternative Medicine.
Okay, just for our viewers, when you say alternative medicine, what exactly do you mean?
So it means in the present understanding in the market of medicine practice, it is using the natural way to heal the body, awakening the self-healing mechanism in the body.
Because as a complementary alternative medicine teacher, just like Dr. Joe here, I have been teaching.
You practice this, right?
Yeah, I teach energy medicine for the integrative module of Dr. Jaime Galvestan in UPPGH for 3 years now. I teach his third-year medical doctor students on complementary alternative medicine, which is recognized in the U.S. as a branch of medicine. In the Philippines, it's called PITAC, Dr. Joe.
Yes.
PITAC.
Yeah, it's the Philippine Institute for Traditional Alternative Care, something.
Yes.
Now, I'm not very good at acronyms. Anyway, so I found Dr. Joe because I suffer from migraines. I don't know if it's genetic. For top neurologists in the country
Or acquired.
have given up on me. It's like an allergy. It gets triggered by hot and cold and my hormonal menstrual cycles. When I met Dr. Joe and she attuned me to Reiki, I was able to stop my 16,000 a month migraine medicine for 2 years because she psychically healed me. So that was how I met Dr. Joe.
Okay, actually, there were questions before about alternative medicine because how do people actually get sick in the first place? I think it's more of a lot of people would try to address certain sicknesses while it's present. But the question is, what is alternative medicine? What's its purpose compared to the usual practice?
Allopathic,
Yes,
traditional
yes,
Western medicine.
yes.
Okay, from my point of view, alternative medicine is allowing the body to remember the health program of the body.
So we have an internal built-in system.
Yes.
Yeah, our
in the
immune
system.
system. God is
Okay.
so good. We're supposed to heal ourselves. When you talk immune systems, that's what Dr. Joe is referring to.
And in alternative medicine, we are able to know the deep cause of the disease. Why are you not at ease? Why are you in the condition of disease? But in the conventional medicine, it is just suppressing the symptoms of the problem.
So it's still there. So we're talking about alternative medicine versus the practice.
The chemical, the
Right.
surgical.
So the
yeah.
chemicals, that's the one that suppresses, meaning it's still there, but it's being treated. The symptoms are being treated. Versus if we're talking about alternative medicine, then you're really looking at the source of the problem. So how's that? How do we practice that or apply it in the workplace right now? Because a lot of people, especially the young professionals, we're
The call
always on the
center
go.
agents,
We're
yeah.
always on the go. Wherein you're there, you shift your schedule. You eat instant everything.
Yeah.
So how does alternative medicine come into play with that kind of
Oh,
lifestyle?
Dr. Joe
Okay.
can answer that.
So, to be healthy and also efficient in your work, one rule of thumb is all the time be anchored to the law of nature. One law of nature is you must imbibe the fresh air that gives you life, and also
Breathing.
take in a lot of water because our body is 76% water.
Water.
And
okay.
electrical signal, communication signal in the body can flow better if you have enough water and if you have enough oxygen in the body. So,
So
those are the
instead
basic.
of coffee and sodas, take a lot of water, healthy
Yes,
water.
It's very cheap. For 20 pesos
Yeah,
or
but
11 pesos.
there's some people who don't get thirsty, Dr. Joe. That's why they don't know how to drink
So,
water.
Same here. I don't get thirsty a lot, so I tend not to hydrate. So I think that's something I have to address.
So if you can just drink 3 liters of water a day,
So it's not 1 or 2, it's 3 now, huh?
Because
Yes.
your advice was 1 or 2.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's 3. She's saying 3 now.
yeah, because we
With
cannot
all the
stop
stressors, yeah.
people from drinking coffee and tea. And if you drink 1 cup of tea or coffee, you are dehydrating your body 3
no.
cups of water.
I just had coffee
Okay.
this morning.
So
All right.
whenever you feel tired, drink plain, simple water.
Simple water.
But for those who are in the workplace, especially those with stressful jobs, how can you keep balance in your life internally? Because we're talking about the internal immune system. We tend to extend our waking hours. Like me, I'm going on 36 hours no sleep, and Dean here is
I go on 4
and she
because I'm 60, feeling 16, so...
so she went on overdrive, and she's the
That's
dean
it.
of wellness.
Yeah.
And
it happens to the best of us. Even Dr. Joe or Father Suarez complains, I heal everybody, but I have to take medication for my aches and pains.
right. So how can you maintain that particular balance in a stressful life? Because we were talking about in the past episodes, we have to maintain that kilig factor in order to really love what we're doing. And despite us having to love what we're doing, we're not excused from the fact that we still get sick. We still have a lot of stressors, and we tend to, how do you compensate for that, or how do you manage that kind of lifestyle?
Yeah, it's really a very evident reality that in our workplace we are overusing our mechanism, the body's sustenance and so on. But we cannot avoid. We have the body to maintain with the income, with the compensation that we receive. So today we will learn how to manage our body as a worker keep it healthy, and at the same time, we perform efficiently in the workplace. So we mentioned about the intake of water, and also you mentioned about sleeping. Sleeping is a very important moment of our daily life.